Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to my 100% guide for Vanaheim from God of War Ragnarök. In this one we're doing Pilgrim's Landing, which you can't see right now, but I've marked it with this Berserker Gravestone. We're going to be starting from the Freya's Camp Gateway, Mystic Gateway, because that's just the closest place, and if you haven't been there before then that's going to be the one you want to start at. I'm doing these after finishing the story. You can do this one, you can do most of the areas, but obviously you can't get 100% in all of them. This one only has 4 things in it. It has a legendary chest, a Berserker Gravestone, Favour, and a lore marker. So what you're going to need to do is make sure that it's daytime. If you are currently in nighttime, then use this here. If you've not got to that point in the story, and it'll lift that over there, that's why I'm throwing that. If you haven't got to that point yet and you can't make it daytime, then you can't come through here yet. So you'll need it to be daytime. So use that there if it's not, and then this will lift up. If it's nighttime, this will be down and you won't be able to get through. And then you're going to make your way south along the river. There's quite a lot to do here island-wise. There's all sorts, and they're actually quite close together. You're going to be able to get an Odin's Raven for another one, another area in this video. They're, like I said, quite close together, so try and group them together, but it's a bit more difficult on this one. So the first time you come through here, you'll have Freya's missing piece start. That's a favour that is, again, for another area, but that will just start automatically. The wedding shrine there. Just keep going down the river until you get to here. And then you get this hidden region up here. This is the river delta now, so you can see that raven there. You can actually get that from where we're about to go. And we're going to land here. And I'll bring up the map in a moment to show you where we are. So this is Pilgrim's Landing. So there we are. Makes sense now where we were. So we've come round this S-bend and dropped down here. This is what we're going to clean up. So first of all, there will be some enemies here. This shouldn't take too long. We're just going to get rid of these. Oh, he popped. So yeah, do watch out for these ones. They're a little bit annoying because they will explode. I was going to just skip this, but it's going to take 2 seconds. I want to just tell you about the exploding ones. And also, because I finish here, you're going to notice there is a favour there. You can start that right now. I'm going to do it at the very last thing and just collect it together. Another thing is that if you see any of these plants, shoot it with a purple arrow and then throw your axe at it, and it will throw you something nice. A lot of crafting components from those, so if you see any of those plants, do that. And then the first thing towards the 100% here is the Berserker Gravestone. Because this is part of the 100%, I'm going to leave the fight in. It's a bit of an annoying one, this one. He's not difficult, he just moves a lot. He tries to put a lot of space between you and him, and that is always annoying, especially if you're using runic attacks. And secondly, he likes to drop these really annoying enemies, so just, if you can, if you're at a point, difficulty-wise, with regards to how... Oh, that's annoying. How much damage you take, just ignore the other enemies, and that's even more annoying. And just go for him. But like I said, he's going to move around a lot, and it's quite annoying. And he'll do this, where he'll jump up in the air, and it doesn't... I'm shooting arrows his way, and yeah, we've got nothing. Nothing's happening. But he himself doesn't really do too much damage. He'll just swing at you with his punches and then do a slam now and again. But that's about it. He relies on having all the others. And he'll do this sort of AoE attack when you're too close. There is punches. But apart from that, he's not too much of a problem. It's all the other nonsense that's going on around you that's more of a problem. Luckily that one tracked him. It usually doesn't. Should go for detonation there. That didn't seem to do too much damage this time. See, it's just having all the other enemies around that's just annoying, because you seem to sort of half lock onto those even though you're not locking on. And he's going to jump back. I think he jumps back one more time just to, come on. No, it's just the little guys. But yeah, he's okay. He's fine, that one. And then when you take his head off, obviously that's him done. And then pick up the hilt in the middle, and that will be the Berserker Gravestone done. If you are struggling, obviously come back later or drop the difficulty. And this is where we are, still in the same place obviously. I'm just kind of slowly wandering around because there's a bit of talking going on. You can't do anything until that's finished. So here's a good time to start that favour, because you need to collect 3 ingredients to cure death, as it were. The 3 ingredients are over this bridge. I'm going to do it at the end, just put it all together so it's nice and neat, but you can start it now. So hit the chain on the right hand side, then light the fire using a purple arrow, and then hit the chain on the left hand side. You're going to have a bit of a fight here. You've got 2 of those horrible nookie things, whatever the hell they're called. I can't remember. And then I managed to hit this guy so hard he ended up in the river and would not die. So it took me quite a while. It took me about 3 minutes to kill him. Figured out if I froze, because he had a shield, I couldn't get through. If I froze my axe and then threw it at him, it would leave him open to arrow attacks. But anyway, yeah, kill the enemies. Shouldn't be too difficult, or not as difficult as that anyway. And when you've done that, there will be a lore marker here. This will be the only lore of the area. And then we've just got a little bit of a puzzle here to get the last thing, and then we'll do the side quest, the favour, and then we'll be done. So hit this side, that's obvious, the left hand side. This side's not too obvious though. So bring this thing down with your axe, and then wait till it stops and does a weird little jerky maneuver. And then swing it off to the right hand side. Light the right hand side using the fire there. Then you have to wait for it to stop. You could probably try and swing at it and get it to stop, but if you just leave it a moment, it does an awkward stop. Like that. And then shoot an arrow in the middle, big arrow, so hit it 3 times, and then shoot the fire on the right. That's going to light the one on the left, and then do the same. Pull it across to the left, light the fire on the left, and that's going to burn down these vines, so you can get across. And here is the legendary chest. Now you can see the Odin's Raven across from me there on the left. That is not part of this area, so obviously if you're doing this, just hit it. It's part of the northern area above this, so just hit it. But I'm not going to do it. I need to save it for the next video. And then there is another one of those flowers here, so you can hit that with the purple and then freeze it. And yeah, you'll get some. It's random what you get from those. Another fight here. I'm going to skip it. It's just the same regular guys again, so we just don't need to bother with that really. So that's a legendary chest. That's all the good stuff. Now we've just got to do this side mission. If you've been doing it, you will have noticed the ingredients and been picking them up as you go. I'm just going to skip the dialogue here, and it's going to start. The actual favour is called Cure for the Dead, but on the map it's known as River Delta Favours because there's a few of them. But just this particular place, we've got Cure for the Dead. So you jump up here, grab the ingredient, and then there's one off to the left, down here. Very quick, very obvious as well. If you do mark it, it just puts them on your radar as well. If you track the mission, that is. And then the final one's here. And that's it. As simple as that, really. Yeah, just run back and hand them in. Cure death. And you'll be done. That'll be 100% of Pilgrim Landing done. So I'm just going to skip the dialogue again. And then it will get marked off, Cure for the Dead. Nice bit of flowers will grow around the body, and the body will disappear. You'll get an amulet enchantment, and that will be Pilgrim's Landing at 100%. Right, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.